Hi everyone, welcome back to JPWHU TV. It's nice to see you. I hope you're keeping well and having a good start to the end to your week, and I'm also hoping that you've had a good start to your week as well, for that matter, and just having a good week in general. Apologies for not making any content over the last week or so, guys. The international break is for those that have been watching the channel over the last few weeks. I started a new job over in Colchester now. I've been doing it for a month, and it's knackering doing the journey. I've been cycling to work, in terms of cycling to Stratford and then getting the train and then cycling down to work from Colchester station. It's good. I'm losing a bit of weight. You know, the belly's going, but yeah, it's been knackering so if I seem out of breath or a little bit more twitchier than normal, that's the reason why, because I've only been in about literally an hour. So then I wanted to make this content for you because the Premier League is back, and so therefore is the West Ham content that is anything worthwhile talking about. And this is the preview of West Ham's fourth away game of the 24-25 Premier League season, where we travel to North London to take on Spurs at the extended Shite Hart Lane. I am never going to call it the Tottenham Stadium. It's 60-70% of the stadium was there originally in the first place anyway, so they've only just moved it down the road a little bit. So it's never going to be the Tottenham Stadium as far as I'm concerned. But the game is a early lunchtime kickoff, 12:30 this Saturday afternoon, and because it's Saturday afternoon, it's live on TNT Sports. But as always, guys, this video is sponsored by the channel sponsor, 3retro.com. Please click the link in the description below that will take you directly through to the West Ham section of their website. But as you can see from the icon that's up here, there's also retro Spurs gear in there, along with track jackets, polo shirts, sweatshirts and t-shirts in the respective club colours. So go check those out as well. And any purchases you make through the link in the description below, the commission that the channel would normally be getting, as I always say, I'll be sending on to the very, very noble charity Iron Supporting Food Banks. They're based in the Newham area, and they're helping those in the Newham area and the Essex County and further afield for that matter, as they are currently supporting over 70, if not too close to, or over 80 separate food banks by the time of this recording. So guys, go grab yourself a really nice retro shirt. You'll be saving yourself a few quid in comparison to your respective club shop. If there's any Spurs fans watching, I'm sure there's at least one watching. But if you want to make a donation directly to the charity and you don't want to make an affiliate link purchase, that's perfectly fine. There is a Just Giving Fund link in the description just above the affiliate link. So £1, £2, £5, whatever you can afford, guys. Believe me, every single penny helps. So as always, there's going to be timestamps in the description below. So if you can't stay around with us for the length of the video, I understand that. I don't like it, but that's the way the digital world is. By all means, please do jump around to whatever section you want to comment on, and by all means, please leave your comments in the comment section below, and by all means please do like this video. The more videos likes this gets, the more advertising it gets on YouTube, and therefore we get more people in. We've only had one person subscribe over the last 4 weeks, so come on guys, pull your fingers out, and I'll tell you why in a little while. So, but as always, guys, let's continue on by talking about the officials for this game. The referee is Andy Madley. His assistants are Nick Hopton and Wade Smith. The fourth official is Craig Pawson. On VAR, we have Chris Kavanagh, and his assistant is Matt Wilkes. So it's a big mixed bag of emotions there for those referees. I'm not a big fan of half of those guys, but then again, I don't think any football fan, regardless of if you're a West Ham fan or not, are. So, you know, it's because it's on telly, it's going to be controversial referees because they want content. Now, guys, apologies if you see me looking down on the preview panel. I like to keep as much contact to you as much as I possibly can. But this camera has been going in and out of focus for some random reason tonight, and I really have no idea why. But yeah, so I just want to make sure that you can see me, and obviously, of course, you can hear me perfectly fine. But apologies if it blurs out at any point, because it's for some reason it's not fixing itself. But anyway, Spurs away. Our last 6 games away, including when they were based at Wembley while they were redeveloping the stadium, we've won twice, drawn once and lost 3, scoring 7 and conceding 11 goals. Now, J-Lo has only managed against Spurs once while he was at Wolves, but that was at home, so it doesn't really count in this instance, and he won 1-0 using a 4-2-3-1 formation. So, yeah, I can't really say that. He's not managed against a Postecoglou team until this game comes up at the weekend. So Spurs' style of play under Postecoglou seems to be playing possession-based football with width and short passes, playing down the right and controlling the game in the opposition's half, unless you are Brighton. Now, from what I saw of the extended highlights, it looked like Brighton could have beaten them a lot better than they were. They eventually did. I mean, they could have had a few goals in the first half, to be honest with you, but it is what it is. Looks like Spurs going to go to a 4-3-3. So I wouldn't be at all surprised if we go for that. We go in exactly the same way. stroke a 4-2-3-1, stroke 3-5-1-1, whatever the stuff we've normally done. Do you know what I mean? But they are very strong at counter-attack, strong at attacking set pieces, creating long shot opportunities and chances through individual skill, creating and finishing scoring chances and stealing possession, but they are weak from stopping opponents from creating chances and protecting the lead, also known as being Spursy. Now, I know it's quite funny to talk about that, but we've all been there as football fans. We've all seen our team do that. So I'll try and get rid of the neutral part of me for the next few minutes. But Spurs are 2 points above us, ninth in the table, but their home form, according to transfermarket.co.uk, because they put up, I think it's that website, shows they would be eighth with winning twice, drawing once, and losing just once, scoring 7 at home and conceding just 2. Now, conversely, our away form so far since the start of the season shows us we would be 7th, scoring 4 goals and conceding just 2. So that's very interesting stats there from that point of view, because we on the road we've had a very, very good start to the season. The first game, we got a point against Fulham, we beat Crystal Palace. We got a point against Brentford just at late knock-ins as well. So, and this is one of the last, obviously, London derbies of the start of the season for us. So, yeah, I'm looking forward to the game. We will be doing the watch along as always, as long as I can find a decent stream for it. But yeah, so by all means, please do make sure you come and join us for that. But players to look out for, of course, the first name that springs to mind, Son. I mean, at home he scored 2 goals and got 2 assists, so which is no surprises there. But he is currently out with a thigh injury. More new injury news in a moment. But I'm glad he's not playing. Brennan Johnson, Romero, Solanke, Madison and Bissouma are all right behind Son with a goal each at home. Kulusevski, Madison and Van de Ven are catching him up in the assists points as well, because they've all got an assist at home even. Van de Ven is also their highest aerial duel winner at home so far this season, with an average of 3.3 played per game. Sorry, 1 per game, I should say. With Solanke just behind him at 2.5 aerial duels, 1 per game, and Romero at 2.3. Now, looking at Spurs injuries, other than Son, Richarlison is also out for this game with a calf/shin injury, but at the time of this recording, Odegaard, I think it is, like Son, is also out with a thigh injury. Neither player looks to be returning for this game at this point, but by the time you guys get to watch this, the pre-match conferences would have pretty much been done. So, but before we go into anything else, guys, I just want to say, as I mentioned earlier, only one person subscribed over the last 4 weeks, and yet over those same 4 weeks, just over half of you, 51.1% of you, have been watching this content over those last 4 weeks. Have not been subscribing to the channel. So, by all means, please do hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell, go to your settings if you're watching this primarily on the phone, and make sure your notifications are set properly there, as well as setting it to all on YouTube content. It's great to see that people are watching the videos on their tellies as well, which is one of the reasons why I try to make sure this camera's in focus as much as possible, and also to try and get the sound quality as good as possible. Now, in terms of West Ham itself, because it's been an international break, there isn't really that much to talk about. I mean, it's nice to see the training videos, as we always do. It's great to see Bowen getting involved in it. Players, looks like everyone's slowly but surely trying to cooperate, building in a very good squad mentality, at least from what we're seeing of the PR highlights that we get to see. I mean, I do personally, from one point of view, from a tactical perspective, I do have a bit of an issue with those videos going out, because even though we enjoy watching them and I love watching them, there's a voice in the back of my head that kind of thinks, maybe some certain managers are going, right, they're doing that in this drill, so I think we can exploit him there. Do you know what I mean? That sort of thing. But in terms of injuries, unfortunately, it looks like Fulkrog is still not going to be returning for this game, possibly not even the Man United game as well, for that matter. This is becoming a big, big concern of mine. It really, really is. And I'm sure you guys out there are wondering why the bloody hell we signed him in the first place. Yes, he looks like he's coming to the pinnacle of his career, but yes, he's very, very injury prone, and yes, it's typical West Ham, innit? It really is typical West Ham. But at the same point, it does look like the surgery rumours that were floating around last week weren't true in any shape or form. He hasn't had surgery. I don't even think he was referred to it for it at one point. There's obviously with the injuries that he's got and the length of time that he's had recovering from it, then yes, I can imagine that it was discussed. Of course, it was discussed. But at the same point, for those that haven't watched the starting 11 that I did for in the preview of the Ipswich game, this is going to be no change surprises to you if you have watched it. And by all means, put your comments in the comment section below. Let me know what your starting 11 would be if you were in charge of West Ham. But this is the starting 11 that I would go for. And I do genuinely think all of these players can give Spurs a good going over. Areola in goal, with a back four of Wan-Bissaka, Tobido, Kilman and Emerson. Alvarez in the hole, sitting behind Souček, supporting Kudus, Ings and Somerville, with Bowen up front. So thank you very, very much, guys, for making it this far. As always, if you made it this far, then by all means, please do put irons in the comment section below. Give me your thoughts on everything that we've mentioned. And I'll just be interesting to see what you guys are thinking. Please do subscribe if you've made it this far and you want to know more. And also, by all means, guys, please do share this content with anybody that you feel may want to watch it, because there's a lot of people that don't know about this channel yet. We've been going a long time. But guys, thank you very, very much for watching. I might do a video about Tuchel being appointed England manager. It was confirmed yesterday or Tuesday by the time you guys get to watch this. But I don't know yet. I really don't know. I'm not. I don't really think it's worth talking about, to be honest with you. Yes, he's German, but we've had an Italian, Capello, didn't do much. Cop. You know, we had the late Sven-Goran Eriksson. As good as he tried, couldn't do it either. So I don't think a German manager is going to make that much of a difference. But if I feel like I've got more to say, then I will make a video out of it. Which is the reason why I've not really been doing any content since the Ipswich game. Because at the end of the day, guys, there's just nothing worthwhile talking about. There really isn't. But guys, thank you very, very much for your time. I hope to see you on Saturday afternoon. We'll probably be around about 12:15 for the watch along. But in the meantime, guys, have a fantastic end to your week. Great start to your weekend. And I hope to see you very, very soon. All the best now. Take care.